Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. This is Chili Con Carne. I'm going to teach you how to make a beautiful chili product today. This one has no tomato products at all. It's strictly chilies and beef and delicious. Today I'm going to be making Chili Con Carne. Now what that means, let's just examine the name first. That's chili, meaning chilies, you know, like a chili. Con carne, well that would be with meat, all right? And not any specific kind of meat, but in this case we're going to use beef because I think beef makes the best chili con carne. I'm going to be using several different types of chilies. Exactly 4 different kinds of chilies in this recipe, and it's a wonderful harmonious blend. And this is what it's about. This is a dish that is made of chilies and of meat, and it is the bringing together of 2 great flavors that just work well in harmony with each other when it's done right. What I wanted to do here was to give you a wonderful chili dish that has that beautiful brown chili-like gravy to it with a lot of meat, and the meat has the right texture, the right size pieces. It needs to be made the right way. So folks, what I'm going to show you today is Texas Cooking Today's very own recipe on Chili Con Carne. Take a look at these ingredients. I've got some good stuff over here. Wait till you see it. Come on. The ingredients that we're using today are some sirloin steak. Got a beautiful sirloin steak there. I'm going to be using some poblanos. I'm going to be using white onion, garlic. This is beef broth, cumin, salt, lime juice, and our dried chilies are going to be guajillo chili, chipotle chilies, and pasilla chilies. From these we're going to make a beautiful chili paste, and from that we're going to build our wonderful sauce that all of the rest of it sets in. So what we're going to be doing here is making paste from the dried chilies. We're going to be cooking down the onions and poblanos and the garlic, and the meat will all be cooked together, all in that wonderful sauce that we make. Folks, this is Chili Con Carne. Let me show you how I do it my way. Now folks, in order to get these chilies turned into a paste, we have to soak them. We have to rehydrate the pulp on the inside of the chili. That skin makes it real hard to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split each one in half lengthwise, and I'm going to throw all of them in this bowl, and then I'm going to pour hot water down over the top of them and let them sit there for a couple of hours until they've turned very soft and very pulpy. You'll know it when they're ready because the pulp on the inside will easily come off of the skin and it'll be very soft. Alright, so we're going to get these all ready. Do the same thing. This takes the longest, so do it first. Well, so much of this recipe is about chilies. I have the dried chilies soaking. As these are soaking, every once in a while turn them so that the parts on top will get under the water and they'll soak evenly, and you'll get a good paste out of it that way. Once these are soaked, we're just going to produce a paste through a fine sieve in a food mill. It's very easy to do, and it's quick, and it's the best way to do this. Down here we have our poblanos, and I'm going to take these and we're going to scorch the skin off of them and wash them clean. You can do that by either putting them in the broiler or on top of a flame or on a grill, but there's several different ways. Just go ahead and get that skin removed from your poblanos, and we're going to get them sliced up. Now folks, I'm going to be scorching mine off directly on the gas burner. Don't worry about hurting your chilies. This doesn't hurt them at all, and it's an easy way to get that skin blistered so you can remove it. Everything is up and going now. I need to prep my vegetables. Those chilies that we have removed the skin from and the onion, go ahead and dice those out. Put them together in a bowl. We're going to be cooking those up together in just a little bit. It's time I go ahead and slice this up. What I'm going to do is to make little 1/8 inch wide cuts on this, and then those I will cross cut again about 1/8 inch wide. And what that's going to give me is a nice piece of meat that's not quite as small as what you get with ground beef, and it allows you to maintain the texture of the beef itself more so than you can with grind. So start with a whole steak, and this is done with a knife, folks. You don't have to have a grinder this time. Let's get at it. Our chilies have soaked now for quite some time, and they're just about ready to be turned into a wonderful paste. What I need to do this is to have a food mill. You can do this with a blender, but it really doesn't work well that way. With a food mill, it gives you all of the paste, which is the pulp on the inside of the chili, but zero skin, zero seed, nothing else, just that paste. Now, if you're going to use one of these, folks, first off, this should just be a common kitchen implement. It should be in everybody's kitchen, and it should be as common as a spoon or a pan. It is just a very simple item. There's these plates that fit in the bottom. They have 3 different sizes. This one has the smallest holes. There's one with medium-sized holes or large holes. They make great mashed potatoes. You can make applesauce. You can make plum sauce. You can sauce anything pretty much. Now this sells normally for $20 to $40 depending on which brand you buy, and the bigger ones like this can sell for up to about $70. You don't have to spend a lot of money, okay? You can have a nice food mill for a low cost. Definitely get one to do this, and to make this paste you're going to be using the small size sieve, okay? So get it all set up and get busy milling your chilies. We're going to make a paste. I've gone ahead and removed my chilies from the water and placed them all into my mill. The stems I went ahead and pulled off. It doesn't matter if you get seeds in here. The seeds and at the outside of the chilies, the skin, will be removed in the milling process. Everything is ready to make chili con carne. We have our cut up meat, our vegetables have been diced, all of our spices ready to go back there, so is our beef broth, and we've made that beautiful chili paste, and it's sitting there ready to go. So now it's time to start. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would, turn your meat onto a medium-high heat, add the onion, stir them together, cook them together until the meat turns brown. Once it's turned brown, then add the poblanos and finish cooking until the onion becomes translucent. As you're doing this, you need to cook it over a medium heat at that point with it covered, and wait for that onion to sweat down to translucent. At that point, we then add the other ingredients and get on with making this beautiful chili. Now folks, I have my meat and onions and peppers cooking over a medium heat. I've had it covered most of the time, and you want to cook these until the onions become translucent. I've got about another 5, maybe 8 minutes of cooking on this, and then I'm going to put my other ingredients in here and get busy simmering this down. I went ahead, put all of the ingredients down in this after those onions turned nice and clear, and here it is. It's a little bit soupy, okay? The onion is translucent. You can see the garlic, the chunks of garlic that are in there. Don't worry about those, because you're going to be simmering this now for about an hour to an hour and a half. And once this has thickened up and it has simmered and the vegetables are kind of hard to see, then this is ready. Until then, we just need to cook it, give it a little bit of time and patience, and allow things to develop. Right here we have a beautiful chili con carne started. Folks, just give it time, be patient. Now that I have this coming up to a simmer, I'll bring it to a simmer over medium heat. As soon as it's bubbling good, cover it slightly askew so some steam can escape and help it to thicken, and then lower the heat to low. For the quantities of what we've used today, I started with 1 3/4 pounds of sirloin. This recipe works best with 1.5 to 2 pounds, so try to fit it up into that. If you want it a little more beefy, go towards the 2 pounds. If you want a little more saucy, just back down on it a bit. Now, as far as our other ingredients, we used 3 poblano chilies. Those are a good sized poblano right there. 1 medium white onion, and also some garlic. I used 4 cloves of garlic. To that, we also used 2 cups of beef broth, a half a teaspoon of that cumin, 1 teaspoon of the salt, 1/4 of a cup of lime juice, and on our chilies back here, that beautiful red one that we had, that's the guajillo chili, that's 50 grams of that, 50 grams of the chipotle chilies, and 50 grams of the pasilla chilies. And folks, that gives you a delicious chili con carne. Now let's take a look at that. There's nothing like having some toppings to go on your chili, and one of the things I like is onion. Now you can use chopped green onion or red onion, white, yellow, whatever. I'm going to use a shallot. That works good too. I just happened to have them around and I figured, what the heck, I'm going to use them. So here we go. There we go, folks. A little slivered shallot. What a wonderful thing to go on top. Now, folks, as I mentioned before, your chili would end up looking like you can hardly see the vegetables, and the onions have cooked down to where they're not visible. This is the way it should look when you're done. This is about 1.5 hours of simmering, and then I gave it about 10 minutes to just sit and rest for a bit. Everybody likes their chili dressed a little different. Now, some folks like to have sour cream on there, and I have a little bit of that out here. So if you like sour cream on yours, just go ahead and put a little dollop right up on there. There we go. If you're one of those that likes a little cheese on there, then go ahead, put a little cheese up on there. And of course, I like a little onion on mine, or in this case, we got a little chopped shallot. Isn't that pretty? The garnish of its namesake, which is also edible and beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is. That is chili con carne. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. You asked for it, you got it. Chili con carne. Beautiful, beautiful chili dish. The way chili should be made. First of all, the beef texture is perfect. It's tender. You taste the beef. But there's these chilies. There's the slight fruitiness. A little bit from the lime juice, a whole lot from the guajillo chilies. You can taste the chipotle, it's present. And then that third chili flavor, that's that pasilla. It's warm, almost woody, and delicious. Folks, it's a really good chili flavor. The poblanos, they come through strong, full-bodied. So does that onion, and it just lends so much to the dish. And it's talking to me. This is my spoon jumping on me. Folks, thank you very much for watching Texas Cooking Today, for watching this wonderful dish. It is delicious, and I'm looking forward to gobbling it down. Folks, thank you very much for watching. If you would, take a look down below. You'll see the comment section. If you would, please leave a comment. Requests, questions, that's all answered. I do read those. Please click the like button. Please subscribe to Texas Cooking Today. To my subscribers, folks, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. It helps to drive me. Folks, also, if you would, please take a look at my Patreon page. That's, oh, hey, there it is. Patreon.com. That's Stuart Trotter, as you see. Thank you for looking at that. If you can, help me out, and that will help Texas Cooking Today, as well as my photography business, and that's what it is set up for. So thank you very much for watching this. Folks, have a good day. Enjoy your chili, I sure am. Bye-bye.